as you can see, I'm here at Brookland Baptist Church, and the room is full of educators and people who are just showing up to support Jill Biden. The First Lady is scheduled to speak here shortly to teachers of South Carolina. The First Lady is known for being a lifelong educator and a community college professor. This will be her first.
Good afternoon, South Carolina. My name is Tyler Swain Mitchell. In 2020, I was a cadet at the Citadel. Dr. Biden came to speak to my class. She asked, who was in the gospel choir? And I raised my hand. The next thing I know, we were all standing and singing the school's alma mater for her. But Dr. Biden made an impression on me. Here she was, the Second Lady of the United States, and now the First Lady. And she was still teaching. She was still making an impact, and she continues to do that to this day, always keeping the educators in mind. We know she cares. She is one of the reasons why I'm an educator today. Along with my mother, who is a high school science teacher. Hi, Mom. Since the fall of 2022, I've been an instructional assistant at a Title I elementary school. This means the school has federally funded instruction that is in addition to core reading and math classes for students who are struggling to meet the state standards. My role is to provide classroom coverage for teachers in various classrooms. I jokingly call myself the Swiss Army knife. Because of my ability to quickly adapt to the new classroom environment, review and implement and have prepared lesson plans and curriculum that is relative to the classroom that is assigned. One must be willing to focus on the instruction between the substitute and the student. You must be attentive to the needs of the students and show concern for them. It isn't easy being an educator. A lot A lot of school districts have teachers who are not certified because they need instructors in the classroom. I am constantly on call to help out and keep the school running. If a teacher is out, I'll get a phone call at the drop of a dime. The children need us. Lots of our students come from low-income areas. Many were heavily affected by COVID-19 and still are. It is our job to help them get caught up so they can succeed. Elected officials make decisions about educators every single day. These decisions affect our livelihoods, our profession, and our students. That's why we need to vote. In 2024, we cannot let the politics of the past hinder progress of the future. We can't sit on the sidelines while policies affect Paris. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Other than that, good evening. So good to see you. My name is Cassie Owens-Moore, and I am a school librarian and a proud member of the SCEA. Last year, I had $167,000 in student loan debt. And I thought that I would be paying that debt forever. You know, it's what you do. You go back to school, you want to advance in your career, you want to learn new skills so that you can be that person for your students, and then you take on all this debt, and it becomes this awful thing that's growing on your back. I meet so many teachers who are embarrassed by their debt. It feels wrong. You become an educator to be the positive change, and then you wrestle with debt and have a second job. It sucks the joy out of being an educator. Then last year, the NEA held a training on how to apply for student debt relief from the Biden-Harris administration. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but then I got a letter. When I opened it, I thought I would pass out. It said, "Congratulations, your loans have been forgiven." I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke. I thought I was being scammed. So I called my mom, and she said, "You better check that out." But sure enough, it was paid. I've been in education for 22 years. Thank you. And I thought that I would always be paying student loans. To have that burden lifted is so powerful, especially at a time like this. For the first time this summer, I don't have to work a second job. Instead, I am taking part in an NEA fellowship, one I wouldn't have been able to attend otherwise because I would have to work. When he campaigned in 2020, President Biden promised to provide student debt relief, and my story is proof that he delivered on that promise. Now, it is my honor and privilege to introduce our next two speakers. Becky Pringle. Becky Pringle is a middle school science teacher and president of the National Education Association. And and joining her is community college educator, a military mom, a grandmother, and best-selling author, the First Lady of the United States, Dr. Jill Biden.
fabulous. She's gorgeous. Oh, I am so proud to be here today, representing the 3 million members of this nation's largest labor union, the National Education Association. We all in this room gathered here know that public education is the foundation of an inclusive and thriving democracy and economy and society. And in this moment, we have 2 responsibilities. Our first responsibility is to promote and to protect and to strengthen public education as that foundation. And since it is the cornerstone of democracy, that's job number 2. We have to save our democracy. And we do that by supporting candidates who believe that everyone must have the resources and access and opportunities, all that they need and all that they deserve to be fully human and to realize their wildest dreams. For that to be our reality, we know our public school educators and our students and our families must be valued and they must be supported. That's exactly what the Biden-Harris administration has done from day one. From day one. They made the largest federal investment in public education in our history. They prioritized investments in mental health, and they expanded access for our babies to school meals, and they worked to keep guns out of our schools and out of our communities. In this undeniably consequential election year, voters will have a stark choice. A president who does incredible things for us, or a president who does incredibly horrible things to us. Donald Trump is focused on banning books, cutting funding for public education, eliminating the Department of Education, and he is threatening the freedom for our students to learn and our teachers to teach. I couldn't have said it better myself. Then we have our president and our vice president. Right here in South Carolina, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are focused on lowering health care costs for hundreds of thousands of South Carolinians, carving pathways toward real student debt relief. Exhibit A, Miss Cassie, and creating nearly 200,000 jobs across this state. Just like educators, President Biden and Vice President Harris know that the work of building a future that is fair and just and equitable runs straight through our nation's public schools. The purposeful and powerful South Carolinian, Mary McLeod Bethune. She reminds us that the progress of the world will call for the best that all of us have to give. That great educator and civil rights leader and founder of Bethune-Cookman College, the daughter of parents who were enslaved right here in South Carolina, always pushed herself and encouraged others to give their best to make the progress that she envisioned. South Carolina, no matter the challenge, I see you always giving your best to your students and to each other and to your country. And in this critical moment, your best must be doing everything you can to ensure that President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris stay in the White House. And you can't stop there. I need you to get everybody who likes you or loves you or thinks they're going to continue to live with you to do the same. They need to get out and vote and work to make sure that we re-elect President Biden. South Carolina, I have no doubt you will give your very best every day from now until November so we can all of us, be worthy of our children. I could not be prouder to stand here with Dr. Jill Biden. Our friend, our colleague, our NEA member, please join me in showing her how much you love her, Dr. Jill Biden. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Oh my gosh. I love you too, Tommy. Becky, oh my gosh, I have to really thank everybody who's come here. I mean, I know it's a Friday after a long week, and that you're here and not at happy hour somewhere. Thank you so much. Or maybe we'll go together afterwards. So Becky, I want to say thank you. Actually, my God, for everything you do and for that great, warm, kind introduction. Thank you.
We're not stopping, Jill.
I know. And the President and I are so grateful for all that you do to ensure our educators have what you all need. And Cassie and Tyler, thank you for your selflessness and your commitment to students. Thank you all for coming out, like I said, after this long week. And so I'm so honored to be here with all of you. And all of you make me so proud to be a long-time member. Yes, you see how old I am. A long-time member of the NEA. Right now, someone out there is a better thinker because of you. Someone is working a little harder because you pushed him to try. Someone is a little braver because you pushed her to find her courage. For all of this and so much more, thank you. To answer, yes, no, I should be clapping for you. To answer this call of service is in itself an act of hope. Because this isn't just a job, is it? It's a calling. And all of you were called to this profession for a reason. Because you never give up on the families you serve. Because you continue to believe that a better world is possible. And you make that world real, one student at a time. And none of this could happen without the support of our unions. Educators, especially those here in South Carolina, helped elect my husband, Joe. 4 years ago, you gave us wings. And Joe and I will never forget it. Without South Carolina, there is no President Biden. You elected my husband because he knows how to get things done. And he's delivered results again and again. From safely reopening schools to addressing the mental health and academic needs of our students, to signing the bipartisan gun safety law, to loan forgiveness for public servants. South Carolina, you put my husband over the top 4 years ago, and he needs your support again. Right now, we are fighting for the future of our country. This election is a choice between two drastically different visions. Just like Becky said, drastic. In one, we re-elect a president who values our educators, and he better, who supports our teachers' unions, who is expanding student loan relief, who is making sure that students have access to high-speed internet. And in the other, the one that Becky talked about, is a future where the public school funding is gutted. Teachers' unions are marginalized. Lesson plans are censored, and books are banned. In America, we don't ban books. The choice this election is clear. South Carolina, as Becky said, you're 8 days away from the primary. And I know that we all have that teacher voice, right? That makes people stop and pay attention to what they're doing. Well, now is the time to use that voice. Use it to get your friends and your family to the polls next Saturday, and use it to endorse the vision in America that you believe in, and use it to re-elect my husband